Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar are names that you might not recognize right off the bat. They were friends of Job. Some people have said that they were the enemies of Job, and some have viewed them that way, but they weren't. They loved him, and they sat with him in his pain. If you recall, Job underwent a large amount of temptation from Satan and the things that happened to him and the calamity that came upon him. As Bildad and Eliphaz and Zophar began to speak, they fought harder and harder to convince Job that he was a sinner. He had to be the sinner. That was the only logical conclusion, or else all this trouble would have not fallen on him. Even today, I think Christians feel that way. Some do, at least. Sometimes when life tumbles in, we hear people say, well, what did I do wrong to deserve this? The answer may be that you did nothing wrong. Perhaps maybe as Solomon wrote in Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11, time and chance happen. The sun that shines on the righteous also shines on the unrighteous. Let's remember that. The rain that falls on the unrighteous sometimes falls on the righteous. Job, the righteous man that he was, he did not complain. Let's think about that for just a second and remember, despite all of the things that happened to him, losing all the people in his life, losing all the riches and the property and the wealth that he had, despite all of his friends telling him to abandon God, even his wife, in all of Job's behavior, he kept on trusting the Lord. His pain was great. His afflictions were overwhelming. The part of the story that I get to all the time was when Job had boils on his body. Up to that point, it had not affected him on his body personally. Granted, it had killed people around him and loved ones and things like that, but that might be the point where I would falter and fail. His friends discouraged him, but still Job trusted that God would work everything out in the end for good. In the depths of sorrow, if you turn to Job chapter 19, beginning in verse 25, in the depths of sorrow, he kind of confirmed his faith here. Let's read verses 25 through 27 of chapter 19. He says, I know that my Redeemer lives, and that at the end he will stand upon the earth. And after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh I will see God. I myself will see him with my own eyes, I and not another. How my heart yearns within me. No matter where you are today, no matter what happens, no matter the situation that we all find ourselves in, one day in the flesh you will see God. You will see him with your own eyes. Have faith in this, and that there is nothing that this old world can throw at you, not even the things that we're dealing with right now. Nothing can steal your faith. No matter what, God is still in control.